Good evening. Welcome in. Good welcome to subscriber date night. If you are new here, know that you are in a safe place. My learning lovers are absolutely wonderful and welcome you with open arms just as I do. And returning subscribers, you're already here. So thank you guys so much for being here for Thursday subscriber date night live with me, Angie from Learn Love Tarot. We're going to go through an in-depth reading of all signs tonight, and we're going to play a little game along the way. So even though we're going to start with Sagittarius and go all the way around to Scorpio, I'm going to go ahead and start off the game here and have you guess which sign I am talking about. Which sign is this? How are you guys? Thank you so much. Okay, so this sign, let me read it over here. I like quiet, intimate dates where I can really get to know someone. What sign likes quiet, intimate dates where they can really get to know someone? Go ahead and put that in the chat if you're here with me live. And I'm going to get my cards ready here for our first message out here for Sagittarius. We do have the full moon in about 15 minutes. So you'll get to experience the full moon with me live. And I thank you for that. How are you guys doing? Okay, so we're going to start with Sagittarius, and y'all are guessing which sign likes quiet, intimate dates where they can really get to know someone. Who do you think that is? Thank you. It's not Virgo quite yet. That's not Virgo, but good guess. I would say that as well. We're going to start with our Sagittarius reading here tonight. So sun, moon, and rising. I definitely relate to Sagittarius. I have quite a few placements there in my fifth house. So let me know where Sagittarius sits for you. Okay, let's get an oracle message here for Sagittarius and a crossing energy here. Some kind of change in the environmental energy. Keep in mind with the sun there, this is energy that affects us all. And this says sundress, do it for you. Okay, and it's a 41 energy, and that means the 5 of change. There's definitely some mountains you have climbed here. There's something very different about you, very balanced right now in your energy here. And let's see what's going on to guide this reading. Another 5 of change. So we have the 55 there, or a 10 of the Wheel of Fortune. And then we have the sun energy for Sagittarius. I love it. And this says lavender, surround yourself with love. So even though today is a hot pink day, because that is the energy of the crown chakra and our aura, this is also stars. You can manifest your every wish. And with that full moon there being the opposite of the sun, that is a balanced energy. If you find yourself out of balance right now, Sagittarius, then always pull in on what are the qualities of Gemini that you can engender to balance yourself out. On the description box there, if you are not watching live, you can look at where I gave each sign and how it will be affected by the full moon energy today. So you might want to have a look at that. So again, Saggy, you are conjoining here with the sun's energy today. I see that you're hanging out with friends here. You're enjoying some independence, and it's definitely a lot of friend energy right now. Very happy, joyful. People like being around you, Sag. What are you gonna do? Okay, what are you gonna do? And today's sun that is lined up with Gemini is the pyramids and the Sphinx. So that's a riddle. Have you figured out the riddle that would have started in the new moon 6 months ago at the end of May with that new moon and Gemini? So let's see what else is happening for you here, Sagittarius. I'm going to grab my fire deck. These are all pre-shuffled and ready to go, and then I will shuffle between signs as I change energies. So Saggy, here's the sun again. You're coming in here as you're in a happy place, or you're in your own happy place, whatever that is for you. You are doing it for you. Nobody needs to tell you this. The situation here is this self-examination. You've been through some things, okay? And you are looking at what was successful, what was not so successful. And then you are here having the opportunity to no longer focus on lamenting over the past and do a 180, right? The opposite, I was just talking about that, of the sun, would be that Gemini energy to do this 180, doing the opposite of what you've done thus far, perhaps in the recent past. What's made you so happy? You've enjoyed some kind of victory here that took you quite some time to get to. And the heart of your reading tonight, Sagittarius, is going to be all surrounding truth and transformation. That's been coming out quite a lot. In the near future here, there's a cup of love on offer if you've just been hanging around with friends and family. um, Maybe the romantic energy here is not able, you're not being able to see it yet until you are focusing on the two cups of balance. Then that's what comes on in, and keep talking about the 180 inch. Okay, so in the blocked position here, card number 7 for me, that is going to be about seeing something from a completely different perspective. What I was saying here in the opportunity, what Spirit wants us to know here, for again, everybody, because the sun is affecting everyone's energy, is that the Ace of Wands, or this creative energy, is connected to the past in some way. You've started something else before out of passion, and they're wanting you to reconnect back to that energy. But again, passion and truth must go hand in hand. So you're feeling pretty good here, but it feels like it's been a singular journey or a singular energy thus far. And then here in the opportunity is to combine the sun and the moon, the head and the heart, in order to rush towards this Ace of Wands of new potential, new creative potential, new passion potential. And there's our Wheel of Fortune energy there, with the Sun card coming up as 19 here. Surrounding yourself with love has indeed helped you return to your own balance here. And then we are ending in the outcome here with the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. So I'd say keep doing what you're doing here, but be open. Maybe you've shut yourself off for some reason. You're like, I'm fine on my own, Ange, but passion is wanting to present itself. Let's see if we can see where that's coming from. If you've been waiting on the sun to come out again, or you've been waiting to reap the harvest of what you've planted, the Hermit energy is going to be fueled by a new decision, one that you haven't made before here. And the opportunity is when we do that 180 flip here in the block, and the opportunity is to get out of the stinking thinking. Whatever you've convinced yourself of about the Wheel of Fortune of change. We had 5 and 41, which is a double 5. And there it is here in the 10 of the Wheel of Fortune and the outcome. Recent past, your victory was fueled here by a judgment call, the 20 of Scorpio energy. And what your truth is, you're standing up for your own personal truth. You're protecting your transformation here. You've learned to put up boundaries, and anything that's like, what's that called? Something walks, bullshit talks. I don't know what the first part is. It's something talks, bullshit walks. And we hear having learned a few things, you can manifest your every wish here again, but Spirit saying has to come from a passionate place. And in the near future, I said, you're not seeing this come in. You're like, I'm just fine hanging out with friends and family, Ange. And then here comes a suited match for you who has also done some kind of transformation. And what has put you in the Hanged Man tree here to reflect is either some kind of gaslighting from the environment around you, people playing games in the past, or just, something talks, bullshit walks. What is that saying? Money talks, bullshit walks. Okay, that does sound very sad. Put your money where your mouth is, or I don't want to even hear about it. Okay, and you've definitely had that experience in the past. But I think what you're looking at here, what you're examining, is perhaps why you accepted that in the past, or why that maybe fear of that happening again could possibly have you not seeing this energetic match here that's coming for you. This passion is someone's here in your environment. So this is somebody you already know, Sag. Whether this is some kind of a creative venture or not, only you would know. But it's definitely collaborative effort here with the Three of Pentacles fueling that Chariot energy. And the Wheel of Fortune, the unknown, or the hands of fate turning here does lie within your own balance to do something different than you have done before. But right now, what's hidden in the moon is this divine timing. And what's fueling that Nine of Cups of wish fulfillment, there's your money talks, Monique. Thank you guys so much. Thanks, Miss Peg. Thank you guys. I always do forget to say, hit the like button until the very end. I really do appreciate you guys talking with each other, because, I get absorbed into the reading. Once I start going, I'm ready to go there. So you might even have two kings presenting themselves, or if you are open, and this is for somebody out there, if you are open, you're like, I don't care whether it's a masculine or feminine energy, because love is love to me. I agree with you wholeheartely. You might be open to a relationship of the same sex here. And Sagittarius, you're like the go-getter. You are brave. I call you the traveling wheelbarrow of the zodiac. It's kind of like, well, everybody's got talents, whether you use a male or female. It doesn't matter, as long as you're pleased. But here you are doing something for you, okay? And that seven energy and the outcome of the Chariot here, don't be afraid to sing. There's Saturn there in the background, and there's this rocket ship. Don't be afraid to share what you have known or what you're happy about here. Okay. I feel like because you put the focus on you and not external resources, that this passion's coming in pretty hot for you here. I don't think you see it yet. You're like, I'm fine just right where I am, Ange. So, Sagittarius, it says, I've ended a relationship out of boredom. So let me know if that resonates for you. And I did want to get, because of this full moon being, moons are about emotions, and then Gemini energy is about thought, intellect, and learning. So I wanted to ask, what are any emotional blocks here? Thought I had a question written down. What are any emotional blocks, yes, that you are examining here, that you have no problem in business here, because money talks, that you're not even looking at something if there's not an actual tangible plan. Okay, the King of Swords is a heavy planner. Okay, and it's almost as if, but you can't plan passion, right? Can't plan passion. It just comes right along when you're being happy, minding your own damn business. The emotional block that you could be looking at, why these arms are crossed, and why maybe your solar plexus of joy is slightly covered up here, is someone in your past made you feel inadequate. It was their insecurities put upon you. So why are you still listening to that voice, Sag? Okay, know that that is our own work there to do. And for those of you guessing who is the sign, let me see if anybody got that correct yet here so far. What sign likes quiet, intimate dates where you can really get to know someone? It is not Taurus or Virgo. Thank you for guessing there. It's not Sag. Let's keep saying, I'll keep going until we see here. I don't see any other Christmases for the kids. I believe that. Hi there. Thank you for coming in. Thank you guys for welcoming Talhazid. Talhazid. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct without my glasses. I'm probably butchering that. My apologies. We're just glad you're here. And hey, Ed, what's happening, man? Glad to have you. It is not Taurus. I'm going to go ahead and call it. Oh, no, Ashley got it. Miss Ash, it is indeed Cancer. I like quiet, intimate dates where I can really get to know someone. Good job, girlfriend. Good job to you. And while I'm putting away, I'll go ahead and shuffle for our next mystery sign. I'm trying to find a place to do it so you can't see the color of the cards because I think that gives them away. All right, which sign? I spend more time on job boards than on social media. Which sign spends more time on job boards than social media? And in the meantime, we are moving on to Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sun, Moon, and Rising there. I hope that resonated for you there, Sagittarius. I hope that helped you out. Confirmed that, especially if you're like, nah, I'm good, but I'm good on my own. This is when you least expect it. You're doing some kind of 180 on something that perhaps you said no to in the past. All right. So we're going to be shuffling for Capricorn. And I'm going to say a quick hello. Let's see. Oh my gosh, guys. So looks like quite a few of you got this one correct. Peg, you were the first. Okay. And I spend more time on job boards and social media. It is indeed Capricorn, who we just happen to be coming up to next here. This is I'm on a constant journey of self-improvement. So that was, this is for Capricorn that we are reading for next. All right. Fire decks, you'll be coming up again here soon. Thanks for joining me tonight. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Mr. Brett's in the house as well. We got Ash and Peggy and Ed, and thank you again. If you, as it, let me see here, without me squinting and showing my 5,000 wrinkles. Tohalid. If you can spell that phonetically, so I stop butchering it. I just want to make sure you feel welcome here. We're glad you're here. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you so much. Miss Monique. Thank you, guys. And Miss Jennifer got to join tonight. Kathy, thank you guys. As always, you know how much I love you. Miss Judy Jude. Hi, guys. All right. I'll shush so we can get going here. All right. For Capricorn, let's get some energy for you here. Again, on my description box and in the chat at the top, if you would like to check out, I'll show you here real quick, maybe. I want you to have a look at this as we're going through the signs because it will be easier for you to tell how each of these readings is going to fit in which pie piece of your chart. So in my notes today, I went through and listed, okay, the Gemini full moon is opposing the sun in Sagittarius. It's trining Libra and Aquarius, challenging or squaring Pisces and Virgo, sextiling and opportunizing Aries and Leo. It is allowing there on that quincunx, and then it is complicating on the semi-sextile. So go ahead and have a look at those there, and you'll see where you might fit in on your chart and how this full moon's affecting you. Well, okay, change for Capricorn as well. We got a 20 energy when you add 15 and 5. We've got the 15, that's your power energy here, Capricorn, the double energy of I know how to use my passion. Something lovely will grow from this truth here, Capricorn. You're on a constant journey of self-improvement, okay? And we see all this learning behind you here, and you can manifest your every wish in this kind of energy. Let's see what's surrounding you. You might be weathering a storm or two here, Capricorn. There's the 44. Today's date is the 4th of the Emperor. Every hurricane does come to an end, Capricorn. So just hang on there. I don't think it really does bother you much. You just look at it as, hey, it's all part of this whole self-improvement thing. So bring it on. All right. Again, the cards are already pre-shuffled before we got here. All right, Capricorn, you're coming in as the 5 of Swords. Together with that 6th sword, you might be finally allowing Spirit to take over here and drive the wheel for once. It's taking you quite the strength to give up the rein or give up that control in the driver's seat there, and focused on your money, honey. Okay, King of Pentacles. And this is also tying to a slow and steady will always win the race energy for your opportunity. Something will grow from this, the opportunity right there, Capricorn. Okay, and you manifest it. Why are you coming in as a 5 of Swords? In this deck, Set has betrayed his brother, which was her husband, and killed him, but she does get the final revenge. So if that is why you're just focusing on your money here and there's some kind of harsh truth, a storm that you just been through, Capricorn, and look at that synchronicity. There's an 11 underneath the 44. Paint the sun back into your sky. So you're taking care of your damn self here. What I just say, you focus in on your money, honey. In the recent past, whatever this 5 of Swords game playing was, or it's really just Bolsheviks, bullshit energy. It's like I'm surrounded by children, right? There's the truth here. You're like a king or a queen amongst children. Are you a teacher? Definitely put up with a lot of BS and that vocation. All right. In the near future, your energy picks up quite substantially here. Wow. We go from slow and steady, tackling the beast of maybe the beast of burden of truth is like, you know what? I cannot control those around me. So you're realizing that maybe you have to exit stage right here regarding some kind of security or stability that even amongst your stable, even amongst some kind of shenanigans here. I'll let you tell me what that is for you. Another 5 to coordinate with manifesting your every wish. This is all regarding a tough lesson learned, the Hierophant, the guru, the shaman, the guide. And a 5, of course, does mean change. What does Spirit want you to know here? Page of Wands, my Tawanda energy, and throwing caution to the wind. Go towards your own passion. You got to balance passion and truth here. Okay, we just can't go flying off the edge of our seat. That's not Capricorn energy, but something makes you want to here in the near future. You want to move fast towards it. Okay, and in the outcome energy, 9 of Swords, we can't leave that. You will rise. You will grow from this situation here. This could just be the ending of some kind of nightmare that you're running towards your own new truth. Okay, and then book ending or balancing with the Nine of Swords is the Ten of Swords. And we have that 21 energy of the World card, successful completion of a cycle. So you were meant to cut this off. This feels like a very hard thing to cut off, however. I'm looking at how the colors are matching the Hierophant, these teals and beautiful rust colors here. Let's see if we can get any more clues from the environmental energy. So in the Five of Swords, yeah, somebody presented their Two of Cups to you, and maybe they were already spoken for, or maybe it was just out of some kind of jealousy, and you're like, well, that wasn't very nice. Get you excited from nothing. But what did you learn from it? Driving that Eight of strength in the center about this situation where you've had to balance your own inner yin and yang. We've got another eight. So 88 may resonate for you. Today is the energy of Tower. 8 and 8 are 16, the Tower and the Chariot. Fast movement here forward in the near future. So we're communicating that I've wrestled this beast and I'm no longer playing this dynamic or this game with you, whatever storm or hurricane that's in your environmental energy that maybe had you crying in your Wheaties for a hot minute. This had a lot of potential. Let's see what the opportunity, yeah, the Five of Cups. So that came out, the same thing came out for Sagittarius in the opportunity in a whole different deck. The opportunity for you to do a 180 and walk away. But it feels like you're not walking, you're running away from this because it's like, see what you're doing there. You might have fooled me before, but now knowing the truth, and look at that, we've got an 11 here in the recent past to what this whole reading is about. Your personal truth has to, before you go throwing caution to the wind, you have to make sure that there is stability and groundedness and that it actually has room for improvement or room to grow here. Um, and it can even be, we've learned this lesson here. Let's see what that's going to come up. I want to see what's supporting that energy. I'll just might as well do that real fast since I'm going to have to clean them up anyway. Recent past Empress energy. I know who I am. I only allow people who are truly balanced with me because the Empress will not tolerate, they'd rather wait than take a lesser energy in. Okay. Because you know that's, you're just not going to be interested anyway. And the center of the reading, Two of Pentacles, you're just taking on too much here. And you got to cut through the net of, why am I taking on all this work? The lion's share, I'm going to easy ear squeezy on that. You've got to cut through deeper to some deeper truth of what drives you to do that here. But you are getting to it. You are cutting this behavior out. You do plan to move slower at a steady pace in the future, but it has to be more grounded. You're telling me I ain't going further past, first or second date until I know what your intentions are. Okay. And then near future Queen of Swords. Yeah, you've learned this lesson of discernment. Whatever this was here, it was very tempting, right? She's holding a rose and that's glowing. Rose came up for one of the signs in the all signs portion of one of the recent readings there. So, yeah, because this also did as well, not leaving behind what your instincts, what your gut already told you. And see how the Empress is surrounded by roses, and here you are holding the rose this time. Something lovely will grow from this. You're manifesting only in the ultimate truth. There's the manifestation card. So, what Spirit wants you to know is you can manifest your every wish here for any changes you'd like to take place. And that would be 1, 2, 3 out of 5 fives that are available in the energy. So 3 of wands, you're leaving an old castle behind, throwing caution to the wind for a new start. Yeah. So with the 4 of wands, the 11-11 energy, some kind of lover's challenge here, and the outcome has come to a close, a successful completion of a cycle, which means that ultimate love is presenting it here to you in the future with this choice energy. You don't have to sever this old energy, but I feel like once you found out their BS, yeah, it upset you for a hot minute, but you need to see what you can gain from this experience. Okay. If somebody's energy does not make me want to celebrate, and instead I'm having nightmares about it, that's not a good sign, because anybody that paints a gray area, that's not good enough for Capricorn. You need to know details here. Okay, you need to know details and not just simply, oh yeah, the seed's been planted. You need to have an essence of inner knowing about this. Now, because the lovers and the world card energy is in the center of the outcome, what's surrounding that then is this union energy with love. And it could possibly, it's because, right, you've ended this old cycle and cut off the person who just was never following through. I see you already. If your question tonight is, should I stay or should I go? Spirit's like, it's time to go. Okay. Yeah. Hanged man energy. You are not falling for the same games there. Again, Capricorn, that's for sure. And because you learned the lesson, because you completed a cycle, you've got a new choice coming up there for you. All right. I hope that helps you, Capricorn. Let me know the Capricorn portion of your chart, because again, these all signs readings, we are not just our sun sign, guys. Humans are complicated, and energy can be as well. This is not just something you can cookie cutter and say, well, I'm only going to pay attention to my sun reading. On top of that, you've got age to consider as well, because after the age of 30, your sun progresses to the next sign. So, and again, before from 30 to 60, you're going to be experiencing a third energy. So hop 2 signs ahead if you are over the age of 60, right? So if you are a Cancer, for example, you're going to hold that energy up until you're 30, and then you move into your Leo stage of life from 30 to 60, and then you're going to be moving into your Virgo part of life if you're 60 plus. All right. So I hope that helps you there. Capricorns, let me know if that resonates for you in the Capricorn portion of your chart. All right, guys. Our next guess the sign. When is our next guess the sign here? Next guess the sign energy. Aquarius, you are up next. Guess this sign, guys. How are you? Hey, Miss March. How are you? Thanks for being here. Telha. Okay. I like that. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate you. I like you already. All right. Let's see. Okay. Which sign has ended a relationship purely out of boredom? Which sign has ended a relationship purely out of boredom? Go ahead and give me your guesses there in the chat. And in the meantime, here I'm going to pull my air deck for you: Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and rising signs, or simply look at where Aquarius is sitting in your chart to see if this reading applies for you there. You're in a Sag stage of life, Judy Jude. I'm still in my Leo stage. All right. That's my lucky number, 38. That breaks down to an 11 Aquarius. Villain. You can always rewrite the story. And I'm hearing, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe in da da da. It's Halsey. Um, I don't know the whole lyrics to that song, but Aquarius, you might want to look that up. My song of the day today was All I Heard when I was waking up over and over and over again was Miley Cyrus's I Adore You. If you've never heard that song, look it up. It's Adore You by Miley Cyrus, okay? Environmental energy. I love this. This is when I first got this deck, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's me and my girlfriend Heather. This is how our height difference has been our entire 40 years of friendship. I'm right up at boob level. She's gorgeous. So, Heather, if you're watching, hello, I love you and I miss you. Raindrops here in your environment. Somebody wants you to take a chance on them. And I'm noticing these fairies there that are sparkling around this energy. And we've got a 33 there of nostalgia, a lot of synchronicities in the environmental energy, guys. Okay, let's get you going here, Aquarius. Get my nosy deck out. If you didn't already hear, these are already all pre-shuffled. So before I get into the other signs, we'll shuffle as we go, as we get to them. All right. Oh, wait. Howdy do. Capricorn, I forgot to ask your question. What emotional patterns are you reviewing right now to release at this full moon? What emotional patterns? So back at Capricorn, just real quick, like I almost forgot. Okay, Capricorn, right there. Critical. That critical voice in your head is not your true self. It's experiences of the past that haven't yet been released. You have control over today. So, Capricorn, that is for you there. You are reviewing in this full moon what to let go of, and it's that being self critical. Okay. Sorry about that, Capricorn. Back to Aquarius. You're coming in as being the information giver or giver. I don't get a receiver information there. The situation is you are telling somebody that you are no longer that you feel there's a lack in the energy. Okay. I may love you, but I will never need you. And the situation is Five of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. But if they deserved it, Aquarius, I know once Aquarius makes up their mind, it's very hard to get them to change position. Yeah. You're receiving information here, guys, or giving information that you ain't coming back. They're not welcome here anymore, and that you're not running away from delivering this information any longer. Seven of Swords. In the recent past, if this has been for you, it was something that made you happy here in the past, Aquarius. The heart of the reading, you made this choice. Wow. Okay. So the lover's energy right at the heart of the reading. What about that reading last night, you guys? Holy cow. I woke up thinking about it. I was just like, all the synchronicities there. That was nuts. Near future, Six of Pentacles. So we've got a 66 energy here. Being more careful about signing a deal before you understand what the intentions are or what you're actually getting. Okay, so the opportunity here, the information that you're delivering is, look, you said this is what was going to be, and it didn't happen. So therefore, I feel like you're definitely making sure that you have all the facts in the future there as what are you going to get in return? Okay. What are you going to get in return? Let's see what's the environmental. Okay. Yeah, it's a relationship, guys, a one-to-one partnership of any kind. Doesn't matter what label you put on it, but you are delivering news regarding some kind of partnership, like I was saying. There's another, ooh, squeezy, ear squeezy there. 66, victory of you delivering this message that you're done here or we're done here, is supported. That's what leads to your victory. And this no longer walking away from delivering the news means your balance comes in, divine timing gets activated because you said no mo. Recent past, what information or what was making you so happy or you were happy enough, uh, that's indicative of energy, guys, of energy, of marriage right here. So if you're going through separation or divorce there, my heart's sending you big hug energy right now and coming in yourself at the heart of the reading. I only accept the truth. So heart of the reading came out for Aries as well, or not Aries, Sagittarius. For the heart of the reading, a whole different deck was King of Swords there. So this could be regarding a Sagittarius, doesn't have to be, or it can just be denoting this time as now. In the near future there, you are going to be more balanced. You're not going to go forward on something if you don't see the full truth or you don't understand what exactly is the contract, so to speak. And the block, yeah, got toe up from the flow up here. And with fate being catty corner here, into you didn't follow your intuition. That's the block. You didn't follow your intuition here and you got skewered. All right, but what Spirit wants you to know, Nine of Cups is going to be fueling what? Five of Cups. It's coming up a lot. But in this deck, she's definitely not looking at the spilt milk. She's only focused on refilling her own heart's cup. And the I Adore You song, there's someone floating around there in your moon, Aquarius, that you adore or adores you. And by you shifting your focus and making the choice to leave what was unbalanced or broken behind, yeah, you get to tap back into the passion and the power of your emotions. Okay. And the outcome energy, they ain't going to like it. Obviously, jealousy, strife, and competition, but you're no longer cutting off your own nose despite your face here out of stubbornness. Okay. Yeah. Double fives. And then we get a 10. Wow. 5-5-10 or the 10-10 portal. This is when that could have been activated. And what I say, you out of there, leaving some kind of traditional partnership behind. If maybe you're finding out that all along, even though you're delivering this news that, again, 5 and 5 of change, that you're not staying for this party any longer. They still mad about it. We got all fives on the table here. Yeah, Queen of Wands could be leaving an Aries or a Scorpio. What's fueling that Five of Wands? Yeah. They said it was balanced and even, Two of Cups, but if I continue to try to balance it out all by myself, I'm still not going to be getting what I want here. Five of Swords, opportunity here in the outcome to set down the old, whatever roots have been dry, run out. That well is dry. That well has dried up. Yeah, 10 of Swords. 10, 10, 10. Okay. Well, I don't know how many more phrases, especially with that Wheel of Fortune or the Fates bookending. You needing to get away from this. If you've had a feeling that they were lying, 1000%, I would say yes. I'd never say 1000% or 100%, but if your intuition told you because your intuition was blocked about what really made you happy, you did it anyway. And this new choice moving forward, no matter how much it pains you, because it is you both wanted each other at some point. If you discovered that they were lying, or you thought you had an intuitive hit that something just wasn't adding up right, 1000% correct. Okay, Aquarius. Sorry that happened to you, but understand that happened for you so that you could learn to trust your intuition in the first place. All right, Aquarius, what emotional patterns in this full moon in Gemini are you reflecting on so that you can release and let go of them? Thank you, Aquarius. Your expectations. It is easier to make a request. Is it easier to make a request or ask for what you desire? Expectation can lead to disappointment. You've expected damn well that this was going to lead to happiness, or else you never would have made the offer in the first place. You've also, again, like I said here, the expectation is one thing, but then not having those met means that at some point you didn't read the fine print of the contract. Or if you did, and this was someone else giving to others, you're finding out about it. If that was your gut, your solar plexus chakra there, just kind of giving you that nag that something wasn't right. You were correct here, Aquarius. You were correct. All right. I hope that helps you there. I've ended a relationship out of boredom. Which sign? Let me scroll back here and see. Let's see. I see Ed said Sag. Let me see if anybody said it before you. I don't know that they did. If someone did, Ed, let me know. But you are correct. That would be Sagittarius. The clue is I've ended a relationship out of pure boredom before, just because I was bored. You weren't bored here, Aquarius. You truly did think it was going to bring you wish fulfillment of some kind there. Like you were happy at one point for sure. I don't feel like this was you that messed this up. Yeah, there's another. Need any more endings there or change energy? We got all the dang fives out that are possible. Again, 11 could be a committed partnership that actually had a contract, or you're dealing with some kind of legal issue. They weren't telling you the truth, Aquarius. You were correct. Okay, but remember that you can always rewrite that story of justice. 11. All right, there's somebody new. That's why that choice card of the lovers was there right in the middle. I think you're going to take a chance on them. Don't let that dictate from that past. Don't let that dictate where you move in the future. All right. Pisces is going to be up next. I have a vivid imagination and often get lost in daydreams. And see if you can guess what sign this is. See if you can guess what sign this is. Okay. I'd rather live in the city than somewhere rural. I'd rather live in the city than somewhere rural. Who is it? What sign is it? Hey, Squad. Hey, Miss Diana. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a wonderful night. Thanks for joining our date night. Pisces, you are up next. It is not Pisces or Gemini. The sign that'd rather live in the city than somewhere rural. Not Aries. You guys are just like, just keep guessing so she can tell us what ones it's not. Yeah, that's a good strategy. Thought I had heard a flipper there. All right, Pisces. I'd rather live in the city than somewhere rural. Which sign would rather live in the city? Not Leo. Thank you guys for guessing. I'd rather live in the city than somewhere rural. Who is that? Not Aquarius. I could see that for Aquarius, Ed, though. Speaking of, 17 card. All right. Be honest with yourself here about something, Pisces. Okay, be honest with what your highest dream is. What are you trying to stay tethered to, or what are you not believing? Um, why are we not being honest with ourselves? What are you trying to avoid? So think about we don't do things as humans for no reason. If you weren't getting something out of it, then we wouldn't continue to do it, right? But there's something you need to be honest with yourself about here. We've got a 26 or an 8 energy of balance. You have a vivid imagination and often get lost in daydreams. So understand whether this is illusion or whether this is something tangible here. We got our slumber party action going here for Pisces. Think first before you judge. You guys remember light as a feather, stiff as a board? I'll hold the jokes till later on that. Okay. All right, Pisces. And in this full moon energy, yeah, it's going to be squaring your Pisces wherever that is sitting for you in your birth chart. So it's a challenging energy there. All right, these cards are already pre-shuffled that I'm pulling from my rack here. So Pisces, you're coming in as all 4 aces of potential there with the Magician card energy. And the situation is 4 of Swords, but you've put yourself here in this deck. This has been a choice. Okay. And you're pausing for the cause here to figure some things out. Let's see, we'll get more on the bottom of the deck here in a second. The opportunity is balance. This is the only 6 of Pentacles I have where everyone is doing their part. So balance is available to you. So whatever you're hanging around in that is not balanced, why are we so afraid to be honest about that when you got all 4 aces of potential to heal and step into and receive balance back? Okay, let's see what's fueling that. The truth of your own magician energy, why you're paused for the cause, heartbreak. This situation, there's nothing to be done here. So that's what this 3 of Swords in this deck means anyway. In the near future, you also get in the 66. 12 of the Hangman. You can have the opposite than what you've had before. 6 of Cups, nostalgic energy here. Somebody from your past coming into your present to affect your future. Let's see what the recent past was all about. Soul, happiness by yourself, wish fulfillment here. Okay. The heart of the reading, new love offer, Page of Cups. Maybe you weren't paying very much attention. Okay. You were just like, oh, you were purposely allowing yourself to be distracted so you didn't have to make some kind of a choice here. Near future. Yeah. Ace of Cups. There's your 10th cup. So this is someone that you already know coming towards you here in the near future, Pisces. Let's see what's fueling those energies. Yeah. Maybe you repeated the pattern or did not take off towards the new wand and got distracted here with that Page of Cups energy being fueled by the star. Again, the 17 card, you could have something to do with an Aquarius here. You got distracted from your actual real dream. Okay. Feeling the Ace of Cups, a new start. Yeah. You getting your new start if you want it, even if you chose the same pattern to repeat a same pattern again. Okay. In the blocked energy, moving too quickly. 8 wands is because of the passionate communication. You might have believed them. Okay. And 4 of Pentacles. What? I don't care. There. I don't, yeah. Well, maybe in the past, yes, my emotions were very overwhelming. Why am I talking like this? Yes. Well, even though it was a shit show, okay, something new. Yeah, a tangible love offer is coming. Drop this old one like a hot potato, please. Not throwing caution to the wind here. You threw caution to the wind, and it was the wrong energy. 8 plus another whole wand that she's holding here. 9 of wands. You repeated a pattern in the past, completely ignoring that it had nothing to do with your ultimate wish. So why stay then? Because then you don't have to make the decision. Okay, so this deck, the Lover's energy, this is her seeing her own reflection. Okay, what's in the outcome? Yeah, finally letting it go. Thank God, Pisces. This is you putting the 10th sword in it once and for all. No matter how many times you ignored that you needed to fly solo here in some kind of healing energy. You did not want, you weren't being honest with yourself about this heartbreaking situation. You didn't want to face up to choosing to move from water to land to more stability, but you're gonna be putting a fork in it here. I believe that was the last time, at least from what I'm seeing here, because this new love offer is where all the gold is. And if you've learned your lesson, Pisces, from this about continuing to choose the same answer over person, or continuing to stay at a job that you hated, whatever it was, you were just like, la la la. I just don't want to deal with those emotions right now. Let me get an extended outcome for you as well. There's your power card, Pisces, doing a 180. As far as Five of Swords just keeps coming up a lot, doesn't it? Well, Pluto's in Aquarius in the Five of Swords. It's going to be quite there for quite a while in that first decan, but we are getting ready to change lessons. We're within 2 minutes of in the sky of a lesson change. Now that's not a human 2 minutes because it's an astrological 2 minutes. Pluto moves very, very slow. So what you're doing a 180 on is people that overtalk and underdeliver. You're like, it's fine, until it really stabbed you in the heart. You weren't budging. So if you needed a final stab in the heart to be done with this once and for all, yeah, you're getting it. There's the wave of emotion coming to flood in, and the past, the history of the past weighing more heavily than your own truth. We're done with that here. Okay. But for whatever reason, you still hung around knowing that there was a high likelihood of that. Okay. Which is, in my line of work, we've all done it. And yeah, we all repeat patterns, guys, until that gets too painful to stay. The fear of staying becomes greater than the fear of leaving. But I see you leaving for a new Heart's Cup adventure here, what you've already outgrown, something you've already outgrown in the past, but you're trying to paint up a piece of dog poop to look like a steak here, and it just weren't. All right. It just wasn't. The balance was not there. Pisces, so what emotional pattern are you reflecting on for release now? Uh, being ignored is a trigger here for you. Were you truly ignored, or do you feel you weren't given the amount of attention that you'd hope for? They throw a little attention your way, and you're like, ooh, all of a sudden, no more problems. What problems? I'm just an emotional wreck, but no, that's not fair to you. And if you grew up in a house where you were just not seen, No wonder the slightest whisper of a breeze up your pants or your skirt gets you excited because yeah, I'm getting that's a feat instead of a squeeze. Um, I think we need to have a higher qualifying buyer. We need to have better discernment when we qualify that buyer the next time. Okay, Pisces. All right. I know it's scary to leave things behind no matter how shitty they are. Did anybody guess yet? I'd rather live in the city than somewhere rural. I don't think anybody's gotten it. Okay, it was Libra. If I missed ya, Libra love at first sight. Well, it wasn't that one, but um, rather live in the city than somewhere rural was Libra. Indeed. If somebody got it, I missed it. Just let me know because I don't have on my Farsi Oasis. All right. Which sign, guys? Next guess. Which sign claims before making a decision, I always consider how it might affect other people. Okay, the clue is before making a decision, I always consider how it might affect other people. Go ahead and put your guesses in, guys. Put your guesses in. All right, let me grab my, are we through all four already? I guess so. We're on Aries. We started with Sagittarius. Well, okay then. All right. Sagittarius, we just finished there. And so consider that those fire energies are going to be trining. Aries, I'm attracted to people who tell it like it is. Aries, I'm attracted to people who tell it like it is. My Aries cousin does not mince words. So I love that about her. If I want an honest opinion on something, like don't try to not hurt my feelings. Just tell me straight up. I know who to call. All right. And sometimes those opinions are unwarranted or unasked for, but I still don't mind them. Okay. All right, Aries. I'm attracted to people who tell it like it is. Your oracle card guiding the reading is gold. You don't need someone to fix you. Okay, and it's a 36 energy, which is a 9 of like, nope, don't need it. Do not need it. And your environmental energy here, Aries, universe. We are all just stardust, and 31 added up together would be 4, which is your power energy of the emperor. Well, all right then. Let's see what's happening here for Aries. Anybody guess? Let's see. I don't. Oh, yep. Kathy got it. Did anybody guess Cancer before Kathy? That was the correct answer. Before making a decision, I always consider how it might affect other people. Cancer all day, every day. How about you consider yourself too, Cancer? All right. Back to Aries energy. I'm attracted to people who tell it like it is. And you're also telling me that you don't need fixing. You don't need somebody to fix you. All right, no Coldplay for you. All right, guys. We've got our 4 signs completed, and now we're on the next second set of 4. I'm attracted to people who tell it like it is. Right there, Aries. Oh, all righty then. So you are ending some kind. You're out here to say, I am ready for the party. I got my wings dusted off and I'm ready to fly. So if someone told you like it was, or they were trying to fix you, you could have ended it. You're like, I just wanted a nice meal on this date, and I got a whole therapy session, and you're like, nope, not doing it. Just an example. Let's see what the situation is. Boy, oh boy, double major arcana. Today's energy of the Chariot, aligning in head and heart. That's why you're ready to fly. Okay. And in the opportunity here, opportunity is independence. Okay. Fueling this energy. Yeah, your money's good here, Aries, so far. You feel flush with opportunity, flush with cash, flush with time, resources. Doing pretty good flying solo here. You haven't gotten in the chariot yet. In this situation, you've been holding back maybe on this ending if you haven't ended it yet. Yeah, because the opportunity is for you to be gaining your independence, but it's going to require you to break a heart here, Aries. Okay. It's going to require that. And unless you would like to repeat a pattern. Recent past, Knight of Wands, Saggy energy. This could have happened at the start of Saggy season, just as an example. The heart of the reading, yeah, 180. And once you've made up your mind, kind of like Aquarius, there's it takes a very, very stubborn energy. It's really hard to change your mind. Mars is the planet of war, sudden. Now, when I make the decision, that's it. Okay. Near future, you ending something is causing some kind of strife, some kind of argument. Let's see what's fueling your Knight of Wands here. Yeah. I'm in danger of repeating a pattern, but with that knight carrying that 10th wand, that's ending the pattern. You're almost there, Aries. Oops, bottom of the deck. Fueling the Hanged Man. Uh, Perhaps a new love offer or some kind of apology. If somebody did a 180 on you and you're like, wait, where'd they go? Maybe that's what that is there. Okay, battles with communicating. I can't get away from it there. Yeah. So Aries, no matter how emotional it is, there's still conflict. Maybe you're conflicted emotionally about it. And you have not healed from something here in the past, Aries. That's the block. Could be coming from childhood there. Yeah. You did not you need to heal what your wish fulfillment was. This was not it for you. Okay. What is Spirit wanting you to know? Time to throw caution to the wind. There's that Sphinx energy. I'm not surprised because that would be trining the sun, reclaiming and embodying teachings that pass the test of time. Fueling this new leap of faith here is a new interest, a new partnership. Outcome, 6 of Cups, looky-loo from the past coming back around to offer you a cup. That could be this apology energy, perhaps. Wow. Victory there with another 6. 66 Hanged Man energy. Let me add on to the 6 of Cups. Knight of Pentacles, slow to come back around, but you're holding out for an emperor here, Aries. You want victory this time around, and you don't care how long it takes you, but it does require you to leave something else behind, no matter how slowly you do it. And driving your own power card is just, I'm going to bury myself in work to not think about something. I don't want to think about having to heal this. And also, like, kind of wanting to move faster to communicate to something new or someone from the past. Maybe that's what this fiery energy's for. But Aries, it feels like you're just going to do another cycle of argument here. Yeah, it feels like it's just going to be another cycle of argument paired with the 6 of Cups. Yeah. Equal partnership, but yeah, not very nice with the words they have to say, especially if you decided to walk away. They ain't happy about it, but maybe you've done the slow walk. Like I'm gonna really go now, but then you don't go. I'm really going this time. Let's see if I can see what an emotional block may be for you here. With the full moon here, being a release and let go moon, Aries, what emotions are you reviewing? Your frustration. Okay. I know that you want what you want when you want it, but something must not be going your way. So, can we look at the situation differently? What was an ending meant to teach you? And if you repeat it, it's going to turn out in the same exact way if we have not learned that lesson here. Outcome energy. This could be a job also. Emperor paired with Six of Cups coming back around, but it's slow to come because uh, you don't want to let your hand open up and release something, but you want it also. You can't have both, Aries. You can't have both. No matter how frustrated it makes you, like you can't have the two relationships at once unless, for example, and everybody's aware there's nothing wrong with that. If that's all adults making decisions, then fine. But it kind of feels like, Aries, you are wanting your cake here a little bit and eating it too. But you're like, but I don't want to be by myself. There's worse things. Being in something and still miserable is much, much worse. Okay. Especially if you can't have all the toys all the time. All right, Aries, I'm attracted to people who tell it like it is. Yeah, well, you ain't liking it very much of what they're telling you here. So, are you sure about that? Are you sure you want that 100% transparency? It feels like that's just out of like, I want it and I want it now. So you're trying to rush something that needs more time there for sure. All right, next guess up. We're going to be moving into Taurus territory there. I rarely take advice from others. That would be for Taurus, but you guys guess what this sign is. Guess which sign? I frequently post about people I love on social media. I frequently post about people I love on social media. All right, Taurus, let's see what's coming in for you here with this full moon in Gemini. Okay, full moon in Gemini is about the answers that you need are coming. They will be revealed in a full moon. Okay, information. And we've got the moon is a conversation by telepathy. That's what the moon's energy is. And that's going to be opposing or balancing the sun and Sag at the pyramids and the Sphinx. Some riddle. Okay. It'll just be downloaded and all of a sudden you're just going to see something a different way, or you're just going to know, or you're being like, ah, that's what I thought. That is what I thought. You're correct, Josie. It was Cancer. I frequently post about the people I love on social media. All right, Taurus. You might need to actually take advice from someone here, Taurus. It says Tower. Unplug and relax for a spell. That's a 3 energy of the Empress. So I know it's hard here, Taurus, but you do have to surrender. I know it's a very action-oriented sign. You don't like taking others' advice, but I think it feels like to me here you can, if you're micromanaging something, you need to be able to trust your team or trust the other person a little more. You don't have to do everything alone. All right, nostalgia, 33 energy of the lovers. Focus on the here and now. There's a lesson here to be learned with that daddy, saddy in the sky. surrounding, not burning yourself out and not doing the most, not always being the one to do everything for everyone because you want it done your way, then what happens? You get a forced rest. And I know you don't like that much. You're like, but I'm not tired. It's like the kid that keeps saying, but I don't want to go to bed. I'm not tired. Yeah, you are. Everybody gets tired. All right. You don't have to do everything yourself here, Taurus. Let's not micromanage. All right, Taurus energies. What is up for you? You were correct. While I'm shuffling here, I'll give you another one. Okay, what sign says, I'm assertive when it comes to my boundaries? What sign claims to be assertive when it comes to your boundaries? When it comes to boundary setting, what sign is very assertive with their boundaries? Go ahead and type that into the chat. For Taurus, we are trying to micromanage here. It's like you're always, yeah, you don't know that you need to relax until like your body like forces you to stop. Ooh, ear squeeze. Ow, thank you, Spirit. All right, our cards are ready here. Taurus, you're coming in as in an equal, or you're celebrating some kind of one-to-one commitment. Okay, 7 of Cups. You feel like every wish is at right in front of you. Bookending the 4 of Wands, or your energy is the opportunity of biggest wish ever being granted. Wow. Oh, well, go ahead with your bad self here, Taurus. Passion was igniting this partnership. If it's a work energy here, it looks like they're having lunch in the cafeteria or workspace. Let me get more devil energy. Okay, spoiled for choices and want to keep it that way. Again, like addicted to I want to keep all my options open, but that is so exhausting. Okay. You have to set one of those ones down here, Taurus. You can't do it all yourself. It does feel like a micromanaging energy here. Okay, recent past coveting, holding on to, I want the control. 44. Heart of the reading, what this whole thing is about. I told you it felt like work. 8 of Pentacles. And then you ain't happy about doing all the work, but then you get pissed if it doesn't go, or they wouldn't do it exactly the way that you wanted it to be done. So which one is it here, Taurus? Near future, also in danger of repeating a pattern, but like this pure exhaustion. No, you're tired because you're taking it all on. Okay. uh Recent past, what you were coveting or what you were controlling here was, I will move it to calmer waters. I will hold the oar. I'm the only one in the boat who has the damn oar, Ange. What am I supposed to do? Well, that's why you have partnerships, is to more equally or evenly distribute the energy. But then you get pissed because you're doing all the work. Can't have it both ways, Taurus. And again, this is the Taurus part of your chart, wherever that's sitting for you. So 3 of Pentacles, again, a partnership energy or a collaboration. You need the help, you want the help, but then you don't like when other people do it. You don't like how they do something. All right. Yeah. And danger here in the near future of just continuing to repeat that pattern and not walking away from what's not working. You just keep doing it out of, I need this to go this way. Okay. And the block, your own balance, because then you get tired. right? Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I want to be the creator of everything. Okay, there is a spider's web there in this fairy tale, but it's a block. Divine timing will not be activated until you off put some of this energy without micromanaging. Okay, what does Spirit want you to know? Stop worrying about money. Okay. You got everything under control here, Taurus. You're like, yeah, but there's so much more to have. Well, then that means there's also more exhaustion to have. Okay, it just keeps coming up that way. And it just keeps coming up that way. Two of Pentacles is doing the most, being the professional plate spinner at the circus. I'm carrying the baby, I'm drinking wine, and I'm stomping the grapes. Like, that is not sustainable, Taurus. Okay. The block, another 3 here. So 3 of Cups in reverse. It was fated for you to be able to celebrate here. Maybe it's like if you did just recently get married or sign a contract or get a new job, whatever that is, you're not even giving yourself time to celebrate. You're just like, yep, okay, nailed it. And next. I just want you to breathe here, Taurus. I want you to breathe, okay? Okay, because the opportunity always comes when you are entering it with passion, when you are throwing your vigor. You're like, I ain't got time for passion. I ain't got time. Who doesn't have time for passion? Yeah, it's just a trap. Passion is a trap. And there's no such thing. Taurus, outcome energy. And then that sleeplessness goes into nighttime, not 9 of Swords. Can't have it both ways here. 2, a 22 energy, and the 10 of Cups outcome. You're gonna get everything you want. But I would just like for you to consider here, Taurus, that you'll be much less resentful and a lot less tired. God, 10 of Cups, 5 of Swords. You're like, it's very, you're like, well, I don't want to get hurt. I don't want this to happen. Like, you're putting then that into the universe, right? Just go with the flow. Like, calm down. Okay, it's not whatever this is, that's just that pushes people away when you're saying, okay, get me this for Christmas. Give me I want you to say it in this way. You got to respect other people's love languages. Maybe they're acts of service and you're like, no, well, you don't love me unless you're telling me X, Y, and Z about myself, just for an example. You want all the things, but then you also want to have control over all the things. And that's not how energy works. You'll get out of balance very, very fast. Just try to think about one day at a time, please, Taurus. So far ahead, you're cruising for a bruising. If not, okay, it's time for healing, not war. Like, if somebody, is it really the end of the world if it doesn't get done exactly the way you want it to? It just needs to get done, right? Well, let's look at what emotional patterns that you're reviewing here for release on this full moon. What patterns are you reviewing for release? I'm assertive when it comes to my boundaries. I see one correct answer. I'll see if anybody came in before you, Josie. It was indeed Scorpio. Once indeed Scorpio. Good assumption there, Joe. Good job. All right, Taurus, top one. What emotional patterns are you reflecting on for review and release at the full moon? Being vulnerable. You don't like it. That's why you want all the control of all the things. Embrace and feel every aspect of this emotion. It makes you human, shown through kindness, love, and sincerity. Say what you feel and take that risk. Okay. Otherwise, we are cruising for a bruise in there. That's not sustainable, Taurus. You got to allow others to do things, even if it's not in the perfectionist way that you would complete them. Um, Otherwise, you're gonna exhaust yourself. Okay. I am very familiar with that energy. Boy, oh boy, is it hard to talk them off that ledge of having everything exactly so. Tell you what. All right. Please take advice from others, Taurus. You don't have to do them all. Yep, Scorpio it was. All right, guys. Up next, let's see. I've this is Gemini is next on our agenda. All right. This sign claims I've been told to smile more. I've been told to smile more. Which sign, like, oh, I've been told, which sign has been told to smile more? And not in the condescending kind of way of, you know, being hit on or anything like that. Not like that. Out of just like, oh, you need to smile more. Not Aquarius, not Virgo. Thank you guys for guessing. Which sign has been told to smile more? And we are moving into Gemini. And this energy is I've had my fair share of casual relationships. Gemini, sun, moon, and rising, or simply just the Gemini portion of your chart. Fair share of casual relationships, Gemini. Confidence, it comes with practice. Keep in mind, full moons here, so this can be energy for us all. And that came out in the environmental energy or the opposing energy of Saggy Sun. And here it is for you, Gemini, coming up to do it for you. And every hurricane comes to an end. That 44 energy, we got double fives of change there with 23 and 41. All right, Gemini, I've had my share of fair share of casual relationships, and your environmental energy be your own first priority. And again, doing it for you. Today's Chariot energy coming through with that 25, building your own damn castle, stepping more into independence. I like that. All right, back to the air deck. Let's see if anybody guessed yet. I've been told to smile more. Don't see it yet. It is not up on the board, guys. Gemini, air deck. Remember that full moon is going to be trining or flowing to your energy. What sign has been told to smile more? Is our guessing game of the signs. Not Cancer, Gemini, Aquarius, or Virgo. All right, you're ready here, Gemini. Speaking of air signs, there's the Aquarian energy of the star. Okay, maybe we're healing this there for a good time, not a long time here. Maybe we're healing having casual relationships and getting more confident in our own self. Maybe that is just a front so that you don't have to risk being hurt. Okay, that's pretty common. Let's see what the situation is. Today's Chariot there with our date adding up to 25. It's a 7. Okay, head and heart alignment. Um, I know that came out for fire signs in the opportunity, the Chariot energy. Okay, what are we healing here? The opportunity to heal old patterns, and it could be just casual relationships. You're worth more than that here, Gemini. Okay, you're worth investment. Okay, unless that's what you're giving to, make sure that you know what it is that you're wanting and why. Uh, why the casual relationships. It feels like a protection mechanism to me, being your own first priority there. That is the 25 energy of today's date. That 7 situation of the Chariot. Okay, 3 major arcana, the first to come out with all mages. Wow. Okay, healing patterns, healing addictions, healing our lust, desire. Okay. Dang, the first 4 coming out as major arcana. This is highlighting independence, abundance. Oh, how many times have I used this deck? I've never noticed there were 2 bluebirds of happiness there. This little head just kind of poking through her veil. All right. And utilizing that lesson of discernment. Is this love or is this just lust? Do I only just want to have sex with this person, or do I really want something more? But I'm kind of putting up this front of, I only want something casual. Again, it feels very much like a protective mechanism here. Let's see what's fueling your healing, Gemini. You're walking towards your truth. Maybe I really do believe in committed partnership. Okay. You're healing your own truth about that. What about feeling the Chariot, feeling your balance? There's an 11, double aces. What was behind closed doors? How you're concocting what it is that you're manifesting. Feeling the devil. Yeah. Devil is literally patterns, and 9 of wands can be a lower frequency of that same energy. The opportunity is to end a pattern by looking at the truth. Okay. Why is it that, you were okay with casual affairs in the past? What were you trying to avoid? All right. Fueling justice in the recent past. Again, double truth energy here. Ace of Swords, King of Swords, Aquarian transformation. And she does have these little butterfly wings here with her cloak. What is fueling the heart of the reading? Yeah. But I don't want to actually let in love because it puts me too much up in my head, Ange. So I just cover up that I really do want committed partnership with the fact that um, I'm just hiding behind the casual relationships because it gives me what I need, but it doesn't. It doesn't. All right. What are we discerning more here in the near future? What entails victory? Is it quantity or quality? What's your block? Yeah, this could even be third party energy, guys, because of that justice here in the recent past. What throws us off balance? And if we are okay with, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, definitely for me is like, they've already got something going on or happening. But what that also is, don't shoot the messenger. What that also is an avoidance to intimacy, to true intimacy. If we know that we're never going to go a certain place with someone because they're already spoken for, then that is a way to sabotage. That is a way to go, well, nothing can come from it anyway. It's a mode of self-protection. What does spirit want you to know? Yeah, it's cutting off your own nose to spite your face. And it ends up just causing way too much drama. Fueling, yeah, fate has therefore been blocked as well for you. Divine timing has been blocked because we have this habit of the Three of Pentacles of getting involved with people who are otherwise involved. That could be a pattern that is ending for you here in this full moon energy. You're really looking at why I was okay with just getting a little self-protection for sure. And what's fueling that Five of Wands is Knight of Pentacles, not looking before you leap, or moving way too slow because, again, well, I already know it can't be anything, so I'm okay with it never progressing. Yeah, and we will wobble back and forth, and I don't use my voice, but what's fueling your healing is indeed you walking toward your actual truth. Actually, I would love a deep, intimate, loving relationship, but I don't have the confidence that it takes to really trust that I can have just an equal partnership with one other person or they to me. And then it ends up causing all this drama, right? Every hurricane does come to an end eventually, especially when you reassess that, why you're going for the people that you are. And the outcome energy, this is a chance to walk away from your wiffle waffle. All right. Let's get our extended outcome. Three of Wands, manifesting from a place of our ever-turning dream, manifesting from a place of our actual wish. Well, you know what? I would really like true love. Manifesting that ship to come in and not one that's already going to be permanently stuck in the harbor and therefore leave you stuck. But I feel like that's subconscious. You just didn't realize that you were doing that. What you're manifesting is calmer waters here by really looking at that. Oh my gosh, it might be fun in the moment, but it's not very emotionally satisfying for the long run. Yeah, new judgment call. This is a judgment call for your own dang self here, Gemini. And again, full moon in Gemini is what can be revealed for us all. That why do I self-sabotage? Why do I take so long to walk away from things that have no growth? Or why do I move toward things? Why do I sit and wait around, right? When I know it's already headed for disaster because we're subconsciously choosing it because you know it's not going to turn into anything or that it couldn't. Wow, that's kind of heavy, Gemini, especially for your energy. Gemini, what emotional pattern is being reevaluated right now for you to reflect on and release here at the full moon? Okay, worry, an emotion that brings down your immune system, that heavy feeling, the tightness in your stomach. Look how worried she looks. She's all like huddled up in that train car. That's what needs to change here, making yourself your own priority and understanding why you've done relationship patterns like you have. Express your worry and release it because I'm worried if I don't already choose something that has no future, then I could really lose something that I actually care about and that has potential. Way more common than you think, guys. Way more common than you think. All right. Did we finally get, I've been told to smile more. I don't, if we did, let me know. I might have already said it or talked about it. I've been told to smile more, was Capricorn. Again, just as claimed by that fun game deck of cards. Okay, Gemini, man, I hope that helped you. You're worth more than just hanging around. You're worth more than those low level relationships. Let's just say it like that, okay? Worth a whole lot more, Gemini. All right, next up on the agenda, Cancer. Friends who vent to me will receive an unsolicited therapy session. No, these days, yeah, only if you're paying me first. I guess that's not true because I do this here all the time, right? But it's not unsolicited because yeah. All right, let's see if you can guess this next one. All right. I'm usually up to date on celebrity gossip. What sign says they're usually up to date on celebrity gossip? Next up, Cancer. Sure. That's funny. You put a fun face like, oh, what is this? And they're like, everything. You've met Angie, right? All right. So Cancer, there's that judgment energy of Scorpio, the lighthouse. Do not doubt your worth. I am always enough. She's putting that sign up on her wall, still getting lots of roses there. Do not doubt your worth. Lighthouse energy. Man, okay. See how much we was shuffling. Every hurricane comes to an end. Well, thank you, baby Jeebus. Okay. Cancer. Back to the water deck. Cancer energies. Let's see if anybody's gotten usually up to date on celebrity gossip. Oh, Ed, you're right again. It is indeed Gemini. I'm usually up to date on celebrity gossip. Good job. Thanks, Ed. Thank you guys for submitting your answers. That makes it fun for me. Hopefully a little bit of fun for you guys. It is date night, right? All right, Cancer. Friends who vent to me will receive an unsolicited therapy session, but maybe it's you who are needing one here. Maybe you're having some doubt about your own self-worth, been through some things, as I say that, ignoring the burdens that you carry a heavy load with. Could be about an emperor, okay? Setting down some kind of leadership role or perhaps partnership. Could be a job, could be father energy. Obviously, the emperor is all four kings. Cancer energy. Oh, we had some flippers there. I saw the 6 of Cups. Cancer. Cancer energy. I'll get another one to guess here in a second. Let's go ahead and there, yeah, some kind of releasing some kind of burden, 3 of Swords of something that's over here, Cancer. Yeah, done. It's done. Do not doubt your worth. The hurricane, the storm is coming to an end here. Every storm does. Could be to do with a neighborhood. I just saw 6 of Cups was flipped. Okay, nostalgia from the past here, but some kind of storm that made you doubt your own worth here, Cancer. Okay. Yeah, coming in as 7 of Swords, and look at that. Every storm comes to an end much. Indeed. Okay, some kind of pattern here. You are only in this deck. The Seven of Swords denotes that these three mermen, they have no idea what these seven swords are, but they're not taking the whole kit caboodle. They're only taking with them what is needed moving forward. All right. Yeah. That is bookending with the Tower, the near future. So when that storm comes to an end, that makes room for the new. King of Swords here in the recent past, some kind of truth that you're moving forward and only taking your own truth with you. Heart of the reading, confidence. We had Queen of Wands show up quite a bit over the recent days. And also she showed up in the heart of the reading. I think, was that last night? It was with the Tarot of the Night deck when the moon was still in Taurus. So yeah, just recently. Near future, Eight of Pentacles. Okay, this could have been an old job or an old secure foundation of some sort here. Eight of Pentacles, she's taken the lead and creating an assembly line here. Everybody's doing their share. You have no problem multitasking or giving jobs to other people. Not like Taurus. In the blocked position, Knight of Pentacles, you're trying to move too fast here. Let's see, what about perhaps what Spirit wants you to know? That rabbit of entertainment here. Juggling doing too much, but just like Taurus. But in this case, it's like you have no problem here in the near future dishing out the roles and helping others lead to your success. Okay, or they're helping you. Yep. Wow. So a whole new world for you here on the outcome here, Cancer. Lovers, Nine of Pentacles, independence, and the Three of Pentacles, new project, new relationship, new new partnership of some sort. Collaboration. Okay. Let's see what was fueling that Seven of Swords, only taking with you your actual wishes this time. There's a cycle of completion, Scorpio energy here, King of Cups. My Ray LaMontagne, my jacked up Ray. Definitely a cycle of completion with someone who cared a lot for you, maybe more than you knew. The Tower and Death. Yeah. So situation is an end, some kind of end of a love offer here, or what was, so that something can transform from the ground up, from the roots up. In the past, you threw caution to a wind regarding Aquarian energy or regarding your transformation, regarding your truth. Queen of Wands, that is being fueled by Nine of Wands. This is a lot of dedication. In this deck, he is keeping those fires stoking 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and never taking a rest. Okay. Fueling the Eight of Pentacles, very, very fast again. Knight of Swords. Tower is sudden. So new information coming in, a lot more focus. Once you give off some of those responsibilities or allow others to help you, you can then focus more intently on what it is you're trying to create here. And in the block, hiding in your moon was why the heck we are trying to move so fast, um, move so fast away from what was hidden in the moon. It's like, don't want to know, didn't know, and don't want to know. Didn't know and don't want to know. Or you keeping yourself so busy here that made it impossible for you to look at this. Yeah, still on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Yeah. So what Spirit wants you to know is that while you're doing the most here, and yes, you're willing to offset some of the responsibilities, full moon energy today, this could be coming in as a shocking surprise. This could be a very good surprise here, Cancer. Yeah, fated. Lovers energy. The fate fueling the lovers. Damn, Cancer. Six of Swords, calmer waters, reconfiguring this in this deck. He is doing the work of if you don't succeed, try again. Well, you really have no choice if something is over here. Try again at your independence, at a singular energy. Okay. And lesson learned about partnership, lesson learned. And this is the reward that you're getting from Saturn for allowing something to crumble, a way of being that just wasn't working. Whatever pattern you've stopped, this fated lovers, this whole, moving from one end of the spectrum to the other into a more stable, grounded energy, more independence. Started off a little shaky there, Cancer, but you're stabilizing. Okay. All storms will eventually come to end. And look at that. Underneath that was weave together the crown you deserve, thorns, making the best out of the worst. I can definitely feel for you there. Making the best out of literally the worst. Wow. Okay. Cancer, let's look at any kind of emotional patterns for this full moon that you are reflecting on and then can release in the full moon energy. Okay, who else had critical? The critical voice in your head is not your true self. Was that also Taurus? Because I referred there quite a bit. Okay, it's experiences of the past that haven't been released. Well, that you're getting a new chance at that experience being you understanding you have control over today because every storm does come to an end. You have control over your own sense of self-worth. Okay, know that you are always enough no matter what happens beyond your control around you here, Cancer. Okay, might be have to do with Taurus energy. That would be end of Gemini season, so end of Aries, May, late April into May. Okay. Uh, experiences of the past that hasn't been yet released. Okay. Well, you're about to release it here, Cancer. I hope that helped you out. While I'm shuffling and putting away, let me go ahead and get the next guest for you out here. Miss Kaylee made it. Yay. Thank you. You're missing your a concert? Oh, I thought it said cancer at first. I'm like, it's right here. Okay, guys, guess the sign. Okay. My relationships never need spicing up. My relationships never need spicing up. What sign is that? Go ahead and type your guesses into the chat for me there. My relationships never need spicing up. Thank you so much, Cancer, for being here. Appreciate you. Up next, Leo. My relationships never need spicing up. Already spicy, it's saying. Already spicy. Straight out the gate, Miss Peg, Scorpio. My relationships never need spicy up. Good job. All right, Leo, you up next here. You are up next, Leo. Okay, Leo. Oh, it's a pretty funny one too, and true. I often judge my ex's new partners, and in parentheses it says, and they're never better than me. That definitely sounds like a Leo. Okay. All right, Leo. What are we looking at here today for you? Often judge my ex's new partners, and they're never better than me. Okay. Might have some recent independence there yourself. Yeah. So Leo, 21 energy. We got to finish out or cycle out, put a pattern to an end of guilt. Okay. Says Clover, release your guilt. Whatever burned up here or is burning away, allow it to go. Okay. If your butt's still burning about maybe an ex meeting someone new, so what that they're not better than you, right? If you know that and you're that confident, that's okay. Lots of yellow and green here today. Third and fourth solar plexus. So fourth heart chakra, Leo energy. So there's star coming back again with the 17, and look at that lioness. You've earned all your stripes of change, the death energy here, like we just saw in Cancer's reading. Okay, you've earned all your stripes here, Leo. So even if you're judging their new partner, okay, it's okay. Like you going on vacation here soon, maybe. There's High Priestess for me is the whale. So you need to slow down and relax here a little bit. Okay, she's reading a book that says fairy tales. All right, Leo, for you. Are we still, if you're judging a new partner and you were the one to release them, let me get you guys a next guess here. Okay, oops, I'll spill the gillet. Don't even know what that is. Don't ask. Don't know what that even means. Okay. All right. I am attracted. Well, so am I. I am attracted to intelligence. Guess which sign it is. I'm attracted to intelligence. Attracted to intelligence. Leo, you up next. Okay, often judge your ex's new partners and they're never better than you. And need to be honest with yourself here about something. Are you giving yourself a hard time? Like, I shouldn't have driven somebody away, but you're feeling guilty about ending something here. Remember that the sun in Sagittarius will be trining your energy, Leo. Okay. And speaking of fire, I mentioned today sun energy because that opposition to the moon is the pyramid and the sphinx. It's all about solving a riddle, right? Old knowledge coming back in. Okay, this situation could be a celebration or possible reunion here, especially with the pyramids, a riddle finally being solved. Yeah, information is coming in here, Leo. And there's that big old fat sun, your ruling planet. I was noting how much green and yellow were here. We've got the green cups and the yellow information of the Page of Pentacles. What's fueling that one's Queen of Cups, Four of Cups, and the Hanged Man. So Pisces North Node, there's some information coming there. This was regarding your destiny or your dharma here. Seeing something from a whole new perspective, seeing a 180, Leo, of how why you need to release your guilt and being honest with yourself. You should never feel bad about that. Okay. But if we're kind of bitching and griping or even being a little bit petty and making fun of that new partner, especially if you release them and let them go. Like, Leo, I could be partying, Three of Cups. I have plenty to celebrate about, but I'm still kind of unhappy about it. Okay. Throwing caution to the wind regarding love. That's your chance here, Leo. Recent past Emperor solo energy. Yeah. Leo, you can end a cycle here successfully. And this is a pattern, father energy, perhaps a father wound from childhood. You're like, I'll take my damn well time as much time as I need to and want to. You've earned all your stripes. There's some kind of a transformation here trying to happen for you. Being honest with yourself. You just haven't grabbed that sword of truth yet about a father energy or some kind of leadership capabilities. Yeah, head of household energy in the past. Very boss, maybe running a company even. Running a company even. Eight of Pentacles, ending a cycle of overworking. And finally taking a rest, and that's what brings victory. Again, you don't have to do it all. Reclaiming and embodying the teachings that have passed the test of time. This is old knowledge, enlightenment, but it only can come in when you slow down enough for a hot second to allow that healing to take place, especially this childhood wound very heavily on father energy here. And this is definitely a lesson, Ten of Pentacles, lesson about your communication. That's Virgo. 8, 9, 10. Heavy Virgo in the environmental energy. Okay, that South Node. Release. Release and let go of old patterns. The block, Empress. Wow. We just, I don't know if this is, let's see here. The Empress of your dreams. What's fueling the Empress? An offer, not making an offer to your equal vibrational match. The Emperor and Empress, once you get to that status or that's your energy, you absolutely will not accept anyone of a lesser energy. And it looks like you did here in the past. I mean, you're taking an offer from a page when you're an Empress, when you're all four queens. Lower vibrational frequency, it has to match. Okay. And that was the block. Okay. What spirit wants you to know is that this is, yes, it's a crossroads, but this is, you can't be willfully blind about this and just sit and wait around and see what's going to happen. All right. What's your dream here on the outcome? Yeah, you can't just sit and wait around and regret all the things of the past, or and then that pisses all over today. What's this wish fulfillment about? Happy family, completion of a family. Yeah. Your wishes are transforming here. What you used to wish for is not the same or not in the same way that you once did. You want a new start at your wish here, Leo energy. Lovers coming in with the tulips there on the Magician's cape. What's this ending? Yeah, could have to. There's the transformation of butterflies on his jacket. And then we've got our outcome energy of getting your wings to fly because you're flying towards your truth. You're turning around to go towards the bridge and the two cups. Only what is balanced in the future will you accept. There's no crying about what you accepted in the past about like, well, I knew I was the Empress energy and I was accepting a page. I mean, I get it. I'm a Leo rising. There's always like, oh, why did I do that? Right? Let me see if I can get any more on what this you're looking at this full moon here. What emotional patterns are you reflecting on so that you can release them in the full moon? Okay, nope. So if you're judging a ex's partner because they're never better than you, well, there's a reason you're judging them is because you've done the same damn thing in the past as you've accepted lesser energy. So if the fact that they are, don't be salty about that. Okay, distance. So the emotional pattern, Leo, that you're looking at is you've been isolating yourself to protect your energy. Okay. Your positive energy is needed to help others step out of hermit mode soon. So whatever blew up really, really put you through the loop here, put you through the paces. But if you were honest with yourself, you would realize that they were never going to match your energy, guys. It was just constant, I'm sorry, you didn't see your worth here. You didn't surrender to something higher and more worthy. You didn't stay connected to your dream. You just accepted that lower level energy. And that feels like here with this family energy coming up, that's what you learned. Okay. That's a big old confidence issue, guys. Wow. That's not like Leo. You got to stand into your power, Leo, and know how gorgeously beautiful your energy is, but not in a egoic way, in a truly powerful way. Not just what somebody looks like and not just laughing at how ugly their new partner is and can't hold a candle to you. That might be true, but you're noticing that because you've done it too, right? So if they the dog, let them date the dog. It's none of your business. You're none of your business if I want to be the guy. Okay. Well, salt and pepper. All right. Okay, guys, time for the next guess. Oh, I always give my opinion, even when nobody asked for it. Oh, it's double. Did anybody guess? Let's see. You say that's a Leo down. Which part, Joe's? Which part? Okay. I'm attracted to intelligence, Virgo. So looks like Ash, you got that correct there, and probably I bet you that's a pretty easy one to guess. Well, I'm definitely attracted to intelligence. I like to talk. We know this. All right. I always give my opinion, even when nobody asked for it. Even when none of yous. Even when nobody asked for it. Okay. That's for Leo. I hope that helped you out. Try to not be so judgmental because you've done the same damn thing. You took in a lesser energy when that wasn't matching your own as well. So, all right, Leo. Up next, we got Virgo. Up next is Virgo. Okay. Wait, where'd my regular card go? Okay. Nope. Okay. Virgos, I'm easily offended. I have no problem dishing it out, but it's hard to take it. Okay. Alrighty. And then we've still got your guessing. I always give my opinion, even when nobody asked for it. Even when nobody asked for it. Put this guy over here. Okay. Virgos. Oh, okay. The part where we are like, they aren't better. Yeah. Well, I think that's pretty human. It's kind of like, even though I didn't want you, your new dude or your new guy's not as good looking as I was, or not as intelligent as I was. Probably true, but done the same damn thing and taken in lesser energies than your own. So, all right, Virgo, what are you dishing out here? It's up with Virgo. Hey, Steph, what's up, girl, baby moon? How are you? It's not Aries, Jennifer. Thank you for guessing. Your ex was a Virgo, actually, and he wanted to be more book smart and less spiritual. Oh, well, yeah. I bet you he's regretting that now, right? Especially with Pisces in the North Node, Mylanta. All right, Virgo. Um, I think, is this what Cancer got as well? Do not doubt your worth. Lighthouse. Okay. Oh, and look, there's this little lighthousey lamp there. It's a 20 card of judgment. Okay, so as we're talking about judging exes, oh, that's too funny. How is everybody? Thank you for being here. Lots of yellow solar plex, Virgo. Be your own first priority. And that's our energy of today, 25, being the 7 of the Chariot, with the sister energy of the Tower. Okay, let's see what's happening for you here, Virgo. Earth deck. Let's go. When you grow up in a Virgo household, you get used to listening to opinions a lot. Certainly a lot of unsolicited advice. Like, okay, let's see what's up here for Virgo. On the splits, getting that repetitive pattern energy there, fearful thoughts. Queen back at ya. You a queen in your own right as well. Absolutely. Pretty common thread here at Learn Love Tarot. You can't be a queen without patience, and you guys uh definitely have that, because you don't mind that I dig and get nosy and take my time through the energies, because I have to go in layers. It's not just about, a 5-minute reading for me. It's just not. So, all right, double fives for you here, Virgo. Double change. All right, Virgo. You are always enough. Being drawn to her rainbow hair here in this one. Okay. Well, we're gonna come back out. I'll see what spilled out here for you. Ace of Cups, Justice, the Lovers. Wow, that's quite a lot. Empress energy, High Priestess, Three of Swords. Okay. So I was just saying there, as I was shuffling, the double fives was a 10. And there's our Wheel of Fortune energy. All right, I want to keep, and there's a 10 on the bottom as well. Gonna keep going because everything spilled all out. Deck shuffles nice, but it's slippery. Okay, theme of balance here. Show me what Virgo's situation is here. We'll pull the rest of the spread from there in 3. Oh, ready to go now. Man, the 10s. Okay. We're right at the end of something here, Virgo. All right. Do not doubt your worth, no matter what has been cut off from you or what you have cut off. Somebody's words were cutting, or there was some kind of 10 swords of betrayal here. Guys, again, keep in mind, if you are over 30, then and you're born a Leo, then you're in your Virgo energy, okay? Or if you are over 60, then you're born a Cancer, you're in your time of Virgo. So skip ahead every 30 years there to the next sign. Okay, opportunity for refilling your own heart's cup. You got a heart of gold here. With your balance comes in a renewed love or a new love offer. Let's see what's fueling that wheel of fortune. Yeah. A one-to-one partnership looks like it's existing around you right now. Okay, whatever form that takes. Some kind of celebration. This energy here is like doing a fun dance situation. Could be Aries or Emperor energy, back to that father boss energy, cutting ties here. Okay. What's the opportunity? Yeah, new. The Tawanda. Once you cut this off, could have been someone just treating you very coldly. In that fairy tale, this is a father energy cutting off the daughter's, I know it's gross, cutting off the daughter's fingers in a storm when she was trying to get back up into the fish boat. Okay. Uh, time for healing, not war here. And that Leo energy underneath about earning your stripes is time for a rest. Okay. In the recent past, you have moved into calmer waters like that. Yeah, you're making a judgment call on that Emperor here, Virgo. Making the call. You're calling it. Near future, the spiritual enlightenment that comes from you finally making this judgment call. And the recent past, yeah, calmer waters, because we're taking the lessons from the burden that we were carrying rather than just continuing to carry it. Ooh, double major arcana here at the heart of the reading. You're halfway there. See how he's like on the precipice of that ledge and she's there right in the middle of crossing over to the 180. So it's like you're at you're at 90 degrees, Virgo. You're 90% of the way there of cutting off some kind of, I don't know if you're cutting off a father energy or just no longer working for an overbearing boss, perhaps. But this judgment's been hidden in your moon. We didn't want to face getting to the other side of that. A lot of major arcana here, Virgo. The Chariot in the near future. Alignment of head and heart, allowing love back in, pouring into your own self, getting your own self aligned from this time of rest after releasing some kind of a big burden here. Full moon energy right at the heart. And we do have this full moon is bending the nodes of fate, guys. So the judgment call, forming a T-square. So if we have our, let's just say our nodes of fate are like I put them in the graphic today, we've got the sun and the moon, and then crossing that north node and south node. That cross, each of those points, right? 4 little squares when you make a cross. So each of those are their own little square, right? So it bends the nodes of fate. That's right here in the heart of this. Again, fated judgment call. If it was, yeah, to bring you into your own balance of head and heart, like I just said. That's the block here in the past, is not doing that. Knight of Wands, Saggy energy. This feels pretty damn recent here, guys. Throwing caution to the wind. You want to beat someone's ass with a wooden spoon? I don't know. Tawanda. All right, but it's the block. So we we're going too slow, taking a long damn time to end whatever this was. Long damn time to stay out of balance. That's an awful long time for Virgo to be staying out of balance. What does Spirit want you to know? You own damn power card. This is all, I love the Hermit energy. It's all self reflection. Okay, maybe we should have cut off a father or a boss or an emperor there in the past, and it took us a long damn time to do that. Why? Spirit wants you to really look at this before year's end, before the 9-year end comes to a close. What's fueling your spiritual journey? Yeah. King of Wands, I see it. I want it. It's mine. I want to go toward the yellow. I want to go towards what truly makes me happy and stop these damn patterns. Lots of tens, lots of culminations. Then we got the 20 in the heart. Okay, I like it, Virgo. Getting back to you, getting back, there's your transformation. It's just taking you a hot minute, that's all. Taking you damn sweet time to balance your energy strength, to look at your own part of the equation rather than something causing your imbalance from the outside. Well, if we know something's unbalanced and we're still letting it in, what's your reason for doing that? There's always a reason. If it wasn't paying off for you in some way, we wouldn't repeat the pattern, right? And the payoff can simply be I don't want to transform yet. I don't want to have to do the necessary changes. I don't want to have to look at my inner beast. It's much easier to place the onus outside of myself, or they were a terrible boss, or not a very nice person. They were cold as ice. You willing to sacrifice our love? Okay, yeah. So transforming, staying in something that's just continues to break your heart. And this is you on a new journey here, a new journey of self-discovery. You're taking that in stride. And it's being fueled by the sun, Sagittarian sun. You're doing this. God bless the golden road. There we go. That led me straight to this new thing, because staying in the old, staying in the shock of the heartbreak, you couldn't transform because we were repeating that pattern, right? 8 of Pentacles at the heart. This is a lot of work, this new road, because it's different than you've done it before. This time you're going to pay attention to when that canary sings, and when you're in a dark mind, if it stops singing, you ain't hanging around to find out and go, what's wrong with the canary? Why aren't they singing anymore? Because it was dead all along. It died way back. It died a mile back, and you're still trying to breathe energy. You're like, wake up, wake up. Like, I'm going to force you to be passionate. I'm going to force you to balance, whether it's good for me or not. It wasn't them throwing you off balance here. It was, I don't want it to be about me, though. It's okay. It's completely natural. Yeah. So on my ending cards and my outcome cards, I look at the outsides as the beginning and the ending, and then here's the heat of the matter. This is what is surrounding this story of the new you. Like, okay, fine. I'm putting the work in and going on this new road, but it's a pain in my ass, because at least with those shenanigans, I knew what to expect. And going on a whole new road and carving a whole new path is much harder, you're saying, for whatever reason, than this staying in that heartbreak thing for one more second. I think it finally got uncomfortable enough for you, Virgo. It finally got uncomfortable enough. Staying or repeating finally got harder than having to face that, yeah, I'm going to have to build a whole new road, a whole new life for myself, but without all this foolishness to distract me. It was only distracting you from learning more about yourself. And it is much more fun to point a finger than to look at ourselves. I get it. I get it. We're all human. Okay, Virgo, what emotional block or what emotional pattern are you reflecting over for this full moon in order to release it? Top. Your skepticism. You don't have enough facts to feel good about the situation. I don't want to go. I don't want to be the learner. I don't want to be the observer. I don't want to be the researcher because it's such a pain in my ass. Like there's blood, sweat, and tears on that road, Ange. Yeah, there is. But you can't get to OG status hermit. You can't be the hermit without having done that with vigor and passion. I mean, it's like the phoenix energy, right? You got to rise up out of the ashes, not create more of them. Spend more time learning and understanding the situation so you can feel sure about it. I say, just get on the road and keep going, right? You've got to put one foot in front of the other. The answers will come as you go. You can't know everything, and staying in something just because it's familiar, even if it's awful, will never be for your best and highest good or theirs, because then that stops them from being with the person who is not going to enable them to be needed to be hit with a wooden spoon. Somebody needed a whooping. Virgo was ready to give it. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love you, Virgo. Oh my Lanta, I do. Okay. Virgo. All right, up next, Libras. Back to the air deck. All right, Libra. I'd rather be broken up with than break up with someone. I don't know how much that's true, but okay. What do you think about that one, guys? They always want to get more and more. I just need some more information, and no, you don't. You know enough. All right, who have we not heard from here on our guesses? Okay, who dis? I'm forgiving to a fault. Which sign is forgiving to a fault? Which sign is too forgiving or forgiving to a fault? Up next, Libra. What you saying there? Oh, you're here with your friend Bianca? Nice. Hi, Bianca. Thanks for listening tonight with Steph. Thanks, guys, for being here. Appreciate it. All right. You're saying the in-depth what's oh my God about it? I mean, I'm chuckling because I got a 29-degree Virgo placement, so I get it. Unfortunately. All right. For Libra here. What sign is forgiving to a fault? Anybody guessing? What sign is unforgiving to a fault? And it says, I'm forgiving to a fault. So they admitting it. All right, Libra. Okay, let me get your oracles out here to guide the reading. Which sign admits to being forgiving to a fault? Okay, Libra, you're coming out as Queen of Pentacles here. Mercury energy. is a rabbit metamorphed into a fairy, so transforming our basic instincts. And I see these rabbits of Jupiter luck here. Queen of Pentacles, Daddy Saddy energy, Capricorn ruled by Daddy Saddy. All right, Libra, 31 energy. We are all just stardust. And then the 17 cards making its rounds tonight, about being honest with ourselves. Okay. Be honest with ourselves. We are all just stardust. It's giving me that Three of Pentacles vibe from the Tarot of the Night deck, the Tarot de la Nuit. There's your sparkly nails, Ash, except these are black. You got your ones is pink. All right, Libra. I'd rather be broken up with than break up with someone. No, you don't like to hurt feelings. You don't like to do that dirty work. But sometimes you gotta be, if you've been a fool to do their dirty work, couldn't tell you who sang it. That's just what I'm hearing. All right, so a situation here is you're moving to calmer waters, something you were burying your head about. Yeah, you didn't want to do the dirty work of breaking up with them, so you were hoping that they would break up with you. Okay. And then someone's got their eye on you here in the near or in the opportunity. Opportunity is to learn about what you actually do want. And I said, there's Saturn in that card. We are all just stardust. Learning some kind of this is like some kind of lesson learned. Lesson learned. Let's see what's fueling those energies. Queen of Wands. Yeah, lesson learned. Whoever's got their eye on you might be a gossip kind of trying to tear down your character here, Libra. Or you could be learning. Page of Swords is just setting out to learn about love, and you could be learning about the ways in which you self-sabotage that sabotages your confidence. Queen of Wands. Three Queens. You're moving towards a more independent energy. Maybe we learned, like, oh shit, like I was totally being codependent and allowing energies to take advantage, so that blank, what were you getting out of it? No more of that. All right, let's see what's going on here in the recent past. Yeah, heavy self-examination. I love it. Good for you, Libra. Moving into calmer waters toward a balanced, committed partnership. And in the near future, this could be spiritual awakening as well, because this self-honesty and this need to be like, I'm trying, Ange, I'm trying to meditate, I'm trying to do all the things, but I don't have the answers. They're coming to you, right? You could be praying, but prayer is the ask, right? Meditation is the listen part. And look at her, like, you're learning how to meditate, you're learning how to listen, you're learning how to trust your intuition so you could tell about the fuckery that goes on around us every damn day, but not just being like, oh, it's okay. Like, break up with them at the start, right? If put an end to it as soon as you learn about it. Don't keep giving chance after chance, because then that is also self-sabotage. Okay, well, I'm staying in this miserable job because I need the money. Well, you can still get money without being 100% miserable about it. Now, let's see what's fueling your self-awakening here. Yeah. Whatever you were resisting learning, whatever you kept struggling with, whatever was eclipsing your energy here, you just stopped fighting. You stopped trying to hold on so tightly. Okay. Especially when things aren't working. What's this Four of Wands in the center of the reading? Wow. About you deserving equal action within a partnership. Okay. No matter what kind of one-to-one relationship that is, you deserve equality. You don't have to do all the mothering. You don't have to be the one that earns all the money, do all the nurturing. Okay. Definitely independence here. This is a big old lesson about your own independence here, Libra. And your reward, love. I love that. That is supported by Ace of Cups here. The heart of the reading is about true love is equality, equal input and output. And we had to learn that the hard way here in the recent past, but you've done it. That took you on some kind of a dark night because the sun is eclipsed when the moon covers it, right? Like on a new moon, but completely during when it's supposed to be sunlight, not just at night. The block, waiting, things will get better, things will get better. No, they don't just when we wait around. They absolutely do not. Yeah, there's the Tower. Move into calmer waters. This Tower happened for a reason, is what Spirit wants you to know. And the third time, an equal share, an equal exchange of energy comes in when you show that value for your own self and what you will and will not put up with. It's very spiritual here, Libra. And don't forget that the full moon energy in Gemini is going to be trining with you just like it was for Aquarius. Okay, let me see what's coming in on the bottom of the deck here. The block was being just holding on to regret and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Yeah. There's your damn self, Empress. Okay, Libra herself, Libra and Taurus energy, letting that damn tower fall, finally listening to your guides, really learning how not to shoot yourself in the foot here. Power card outcome. There's your balance. That's the reward. If you this is for someone who has done the work, you would know if that's for you or not. Hermit energy. Shit ton of major arcana too. Okay, let me see what's coming with this extension here. Yeah, this is all around self-sabotage, shooting yourself in the foot, what I say. And when I do that, instead of walking toward the truth of what is balanced and fair, Four of Wands, um, I kind of try to sneak around the back door, the sneak around. Okay. I'd rather be broken up with than break up with someone. That's literally this. Okay, this is what your whole outcome is transforming here. No, you are ready to finally, like, when something's not working, you're ready to stand in your power here and let the tower fall. If it's not equal, this was a hard lesson learned, man. Whew. Yeah. And that your power energy's coming out. It's all here, Libra. Walking towards your truth. There you go. I see it. I want it. It's mine only when it's equal and fair. You learn the lesson of discernment by having sneaked away from other relationships or just not breaking up because you didn't want to do the work of that, the dirty work of that, whatever that was. I'm smiling ear to ear here because it feels so much better. Yeah, this is spiritual awakening, guys, Libra. Whew. It feels like that was a lesson on repeat more than just a few times. Staying too long at the party. Way too many, but multiple times, shooting yourself in the foot, cutting off your nose to spite. Boy, oh boy, lots of self-sabotage here. Okay. You are aiming higher from now on, Libra. Let's look at what your emotional pattern you're looking at. What emotional patterns are you reflecting on at this full moon so that you can release and let them go? What emotional patterns is Libra reflecting on in order to release them and let them go? Virgo had a lot of major arcana as well here tonight, but I think Libra's got you beat here. Guys, major arcana just means that these are the situations that are happening. Okay. Especially with that full moon reveal in Gemini, that's going to be flow into all through the air signs, okay, and the air parts of your chart. That one. Second one wanted to come out too. Yeah. So that the block was focusing on the remorse and the regret, right? The lamenting. You knew the better action to take, but instead you chose otherwise. You hurt yourself. Oh my gosh, can't make it up. And possibly others around you. It's the same message. And I'm so glad that it was such a strong one here for Libra. This is a big ass lesson. Like, you ain't doing it no mo. Okay. You're seeing how great you are and how much you have to offer. And part of being independent is learning to say the hard things that you have to say and not staying on the forever fence. Okay. Trying to collect more data. You already have enough data here, Libra. You already had enough data. You already knew. Boy, oh boy. Woo! Okay, let's look at our next guest. Our next guest. Who haven't we had come out? Okay. Let's look at who is our next one here. Okay. I enjoy traveling without an itinerary. What sign enjoys traveling without an itinerary? Ooh, you're going to go get your nails done. Good for you. Thank you so much, Libra. I hope that helped you. I don't know if that's, oh, that feels like, dang, like, oh, don't be too hard on yourself. But I'm giggling because it's just like, oh, I just don't, even though they're an ass hat, I don't want to break up with, I don't want to have to do the work of the breakup. Like, but they a dick. Oh, sorry. Oh, did we ever answer forgiving? Sorry, I forgot about that. I'm forgiving to a fault was Pisces. So if the scroll is already passed and I forgot to say yay you if you guessed Pisces. Okay. Me too, Kathy. I like to have a slight, like, hey, I'd like to get this done, do these things within this time, but it'll only be a few. But I'm definitely more of a fly by the seat of my pants kind of gal, as if you already didn't know. Like, it makes it more fun when it's over scheduled or over planned. Oh, shoot me now. No, where's the fun in that? All right. Which sign enjoys traveling without an itinerary? Scorpio. Are we already at Scorpio? Did I get through all the signs, you guys? Stop it. Okay. Which sign is okay with traveling without an itinerary? It is more fun. It is not Gemini, according to this deck. Just saying. Okay. Scorpio, you up. I can't believe 242. Oh, yeah, we there. See how much fun it is, though? Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I was trying to be quicker in these rounds. Can't believe that emotional thing came up for. All right, Scorpio. All right, well, Mars is tower energy, 9 is an ending. Okay. So, like Cancer there with the thorns, weave together the crown you deserve. But then there's also think first before you judge. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Uh, the 60s and 70s, maybe. I don't know. Is it still around in the early 80s? Light as a feather, stiff as a board? I think so. The slumber party staple. Okay. Wow. Your potential is endless. 45. Look at that. 99. How's that for a happily hour ever after? Letting that tower fall with that Mars energy. Okay, then. Transforming our baser instincts here. Okay. Woo! All right, Scorpio, let's see what's up. It is not Gemini. Enjoys traveling without an itinerary. But I could totally see that stuff. Uh, yeah, impromptu fly by the seat of your pants, Gemini. Except it's just 1 minute you want to do something and the next minute you don't. That was awful fast. Scorpio. Okay. At least we got a good shuffle in. All right. Scorpio, it says, I always know when I'm being lied to. I would say don't judge that. Think first before you judge. Just don't assume. Okay. You know what they say about assuming? And if you didn't, it makes an ass out of you and me. All right. So you're coming in as not seeing a love offer here that's trying to be given to you, or Scorpio's not feeling very good. What's the matter, boo? Regarding a home, 10 of Cups, or this is someone that you care about and that cares about you. What's the matter? Oh, okay. Opportunity here, 3 of Swords. It doesn't feel like such a great opportunity, does it? A Scorpio, you ain't happy. Hmm. Oh, 44. It's throwing you out of balance though, babe. Full moon energy. This is a one-to-one committed partnership of whatever label you put on it. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what this situation. Yeah. Who else had this? Was one of the other water sign. It was Pisces, right? Okay. So environmental energy, 4 of Pentacles would actually be what you're holding on to, clinging on to, right? Somebody that loves you and that you love as well, someone within your 10 of Cups, your circle of influence. You're well aware of who they are and they you in a 10 of Cups. That could be 25 people, it could be 2, it could be 100, but this is telling me you're unsatisfied in a one-to-one partnership here. And we're just like Pisces was like, what? I don't know why I get that from. Let me look at her. She's like, la 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 la. Oh, that's like this waterfall of emotion. What? Everything's fine. I got hair to brush, but it's clearly not. Okay, Pisces. Yeah. You gonna, is this a 24-hour job, 7-day a week thing here? This is living with someone. It feels like a lot of damn work instead of what it's supposed to feel like. We also can't pretend this whale's already dead. This is after the fact. They don't take a nap on the ice, guys. Well, what's that? Hold on. Save me. Um, wake me up Side. I can't sing that high. Who is that? Before I come undone. Wake me up inside before I come undone. Is that Evanescence? That is just a big old guess. You're Virgo and you hate an itinerary. Good. Well, then we can travel, Judy. Thank you. It is. Thank you, Jennifer. It is Aries. So if anybody said that and I missed it, let me just pause here because this is pretty heavy. I ain't gonna lie, Scorpio. So we did just have Lilith change lessons, and that was and the symbol is an Indian woman pleading to the chief for the lives of her children. Intense emotional focus. This is a lesson whose power cannot be ignored. But you ignoring it. Whatever this 10 of cup situation is, like, I got hair to brush. Not now, Ange. Okay. Yeah, especially in your energy here. There's your power card, the judgment call. It's already been made. This is a lesson that's just going to keep, it's not going anywhere. It's could be even a past life lesson. Your soul has been trying to learn about partnerships for lifetime after lifetime. Okay. Yeah. Not ready yet to temper that pain into wisdom, but that's what the whole heart of the reading is. It's this, you got to make this call, honey. Weave together the crown you deserve. Yeah. A crown of thorns is uncomfortable. Heavy is the head who wears the crown. I believe that's Shakespeare. You're like, nope, I'm just going to keep doing all the work 24/7, no matter how ass tired I am. Near future, there's either you're delivering the information of this ending or someone is for you, or you've got a new offer that comes. Look at this rainbow. By you implementing the wisdom here and the nautilus shell here from this judgment energy. If you don't know what a nautilus shell looks like, it looks like that. This is an old lesson. The goods come from the pain. I mean, this character's not smiling on the inside. This is not a happy, this is something that is already dead here. And Vulcan, I'm seeing that volcano there. Vulcan is right on the sun's ass with Sagittarius, the groundhog looking for his shadow, distinguishing clearly between what may be from what must be. And Vulcan, the asteroid, is a symbol of masculine self-control and power. Scorpio is a masculine energy. It's mostly yang, working with our fiery emotions, trying to resurrect something that's limp. Oh boy. But doing this is, it's the whole point. Temperance energy, that's heavy, heavy soulmate. So is judgment, or else it wouldn't be coming back around lifetime after lifetime. Okay. You can't carry the whole burden here, Scorpio. Oh boy. Yeah, discernment. You've already made the call. You already know that what you're going to do. Jealousy, strife, competition, but the 5 of Wands in this deck, when we do this, instead of infighting, we're taking that pain and using that pain of the past. We're using our voice. This is your chance to really turn that into something. Okay. And here in this deck, this team is not disjointed. They're acting together. So that's the whole point here, back and forth between the two different cups until you get that temperature right. Until you get it right. Like This isn't going anywhere. Okay. Yeah. This isn't going anywhere. Look, and I was just going like this. And that's exactly what this rabbit is doing. He's like putting on a song and dance to entertain the kids. You're like still entertaining this. You're doing the most here, Scorpio, but you're like, what? It's nothing. It's nothing. It's fine. Is it? Okay, you're blocked. Yeah. I'm stuck. I'm at a crossroads. This is like two opposing truths. You know they're equally true, yes, but this is like I'm not putting my sword of truth into that fight yet. I'm not ponying up to the opponent. Okay. King of Pentacles, more father energy. This is a big ass lesson. Man. King of Pentacles in love. Taurus is ruled by Venus, guys. Ugh, and I keep hearing that I adore you, Miley Cyrus song. It's not this person, though. I keep hearing the song I adore you. Ooh, ooh. Hmm. So, Queen of Cups, Cancerian energy, like highly intuitive, obviously. As she's taking that, she's wearing the crown, the pearl of wisdom. She's been around the block a few times. And I feel like spirit's like, is that self-loving to be trying to wake me up inside, save me from the cold. There's no whales don't sleep on the he's just a dead fish at that point. A dead high priestess. Hmm. Okay. I'll stop wallowing. I feel it. You can't keep doing that. Let's see. Yeah. You got to fill your heart with passion again. This is goes from like spirit wants you to know there's way more to life. You're fucking bored. You're pretending like nothing to see here, nothing's wrong. Oh, what we juggling between here? Yeah, we're hiding our emotions in the moon. We're just being like, nope, everything. I just said it. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here. Doesn't mean that it's okay for you to. Ooh, doesn't mean that it's okay for you to continue to take all of the work. You already know in this recent past energy here. This is something you are. I'm not telling you anything new. We're hiding this juggling act in our moon and saying it's fine and you're fucking exhausted. It's not fine, honey. It's not. Yeah. We know what you really want. That damn Ace of Wands. And this ain't it. It's already a dead fish and you want a shark with an alive wand, not a dead one. Okay. Yeah, learning how to reveal and not just keep spinning the plates. I gotta share this sort of knowledge that I found underneath the iceberg. It's beneath the surface. Beneath the surface is this passion waiting to like blow that ice to smithereens. Yeah. Still, nope, not, I don't want to Hands are tied, Angie. I'm caught in a net. I know what's underneath the surface here, but uh-uh. But literally, that's the whole point, right? You're gonna do your 180, but it's like I don't know why you're using that to melt the surface, right? You're melting a hole through the ice. I just don't know why. Why? Let me see what these emotions are. Maybe that'll help us out. Only you would know if this is your reading because we've already made the call here. And it's about a deeply dissatisfying cup of love that's supposed to be balanced in action, some kind of committed partnership, but you're doing it all. Okay. What is Scorpio's emotional patterns that are being reflected on for release? What do they need to release and let go of at this full moon? Frustrated. Yeah, I'd be too. Something must not be going your way. Can we look at the situation differently? Would we rather just keep doing all the work when it's clearly ding dong dead? And you got this potential for hotness overload with your big old Scorpio heart. They want to get deep and sexy. Sorry. I know you do. Uh, but you ain't going to be doing this wherever you're sitting now because, I mean, he's right on the edge of the beach, and this is about as shallow as the water gets there. It ain't getting any deeper, Scorpio. It be dead. And you just got to wear those as heavy as the head. Boy, oh boy, is it ever. Woof. I agree that you always know. I mean, I'm basically like a human lie detector at this point. I know the second I'm a Scorpio moon. I know the second. It's just second it comes out their mouth. Your potential is endless here. You want to sit on some kind of throne. I'd want to sit on that throne too. Yummy. I mean, but this is a very shallow, short throne. I I know that you know when you're being lied to, but what happens when we're lying to ourselves here about, oh, I can handle it. Scorpio's a badass. I'm sure you can. You got your reasons here. I'm not gonna press, but eventually that everything's revealed, right? You can't hold back on this forever. You can't hold back on going towards your destiny forever. Okay. All right. We got to end this with some kind of funsvilles here because I mean, all right. What's what do my viewers need to know from this Scorpio reading? Okay. What are you addicted to? Either obsessed with someone or struggling with addiction, get help. And I was being funny about the throne, but I mean, you ain't getting it in that other situation. That's a dead fish, okay? Woo! Woo-wee. All right. I was just trying to see if we could get anything more out of there, but we are already burning up the daylight hours here. I'll go ahead and yeah, burned out. Like, man. Okay, Scorpio, that Black Moon Lilith is flipping the table here. Those powers will not be ignored. Okay, this you can't ignore this for much longer. I certainly wouldn't there, Scorpio. You ain't happy. Okay. I'd much rather have that than someone who is only able to swim in water, that much water or that much emotion. They're just it's not the depth that you require. Okay. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. Did we have our last guess out? Let's give us one more. How about okay. Let's see. We got all the energies, but what about I currently have more than 5 houseplants? What sign? It was really heavy, Kath. Whew. Wherever Scorpio is in your chart, guys, remember it's part of the water trine. We have that grand water trine, transforming our baser instincts to just do all the things. Woo. Who has currently has more than 5 house plants? Yeah, I know. Currently more than 5 house plants, not Aries. You dying over there? What did I say? Oh no. Whew. It is not Virgo, but it is another earth sign. Currently has more than 5 houseplants. My mom's first, well, now she'd be let's see, she's past 60, so yeah. Well past 60 by a decade, but you got plants everywhere. Oh, good. Thank you, Steph. I'm glad it was at least entertaining. Oh, that's okay. It was Taurus. Capricorns do it too, so do Virgos. I haven't met any earth signs that did not have a bajillion houseplants. So I love it. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here for the in-depth all signs live. I hope you got something out of it today. And in the very least, got to have a chuckle and raise your vibration with a little bit of humor and fun. Love you guys so much, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye for now. Bye, guys. Oh, you're so welcome. I love date night too. It's my favorite night. Bye, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thanks for hanging out with me. Love you guys so much. Yep, you were right, Steph. Taurus. You're welcome, guys. I love you back. Right back. Bye bye.